Shalom. All praises to Yahweh Bahasham Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and salutations to the elect and all the brothers pushing this work in sincerity and in truth. This is Brother Thamayim from GMS Toronto, coming at you with another video. This video is I'm gonna be talking about that bloody city, right, and all the things that are in it, right? Because over here in the West, wherever Esau Edom rules, that's where all the confusion lies. All the dust is settled, right? Everyone eats dust here. All nations come here to eat dust, right? And willow themselves in that fornication, right? This city is the main reason why the whole world is spinning on its axis the way it is. When I say spinning on its axis, I'm not talking about like a way like, like Greek mythology. I'm talking about the rulership, right? Job 9:24 tells you that the earth is giving into the hands of the wicked, and the wicked is the one that's controlling this city, which this city is the is a vanguard to all the wickedness that's going out throughout the four corners of the earth, right? Whether it be spiritual wickedness, whether it be financial wickedness, right? Because the way they deal with people and the way they deal with nations, that's not how you deal with people, and that's not how you do business and commerce, right? But you're dealing with the sons of Esau. This is what happens. Nahum 3:1 says, "Woe to the bloody city! It is all full of lies and robbery," right? And dealing with the immigration thing that's going on in Canada and the West, right? You see all these other nations coming in here thinking that it's a land paved with gold, and when they come here, you hear them complain, right? Because they've been sold a lie, right? They come here and they find out that back home is actually better than here, right? Everything is dressed up. You gotta hustle here, right? Meanwhile, they're from a place where they take one day at a time. Here, one day, it's not enough. 24 hours not enough in one day, right? So that's another lie that they inherited, right? Full of lies and robbery, the prey departed not, right? Says the noise of whips or the noise of a whip, right? That's going into your traffic, aka work, aka non-stop, aka chasing the carrot, right? You on the hamster wheel, man. Right? The noise of the rattling of the wheels and of prancing horses and of chariots, the jumping chariots. Like I said, going into business, commerce, right? That's what you see in this society. The horse lifted up, and both the bright sword and the glittering spear, and there is a multitude of slain and a great number of carcasses. And there is none end of their corpses. They stumble upon their corpses because of the multitude of the whoredom of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcrafts, that selleth nations through her whoredoms, right? And we're seeing that on a daily basis, And the closer we get to the end, and the more information is being revealed, you're seeing that this was already in full effect, right? They were in the 90s and 80s and 70s. They were doing businesses in the background, but everyone still had their traditions. But now, as the technology takes hold of this planet Earth, you're seeing the whole planet Earth are being swallowed up with the ways of this place, right? With the business, the money. Right? Once you take on this man's money, you're finished as a nation, right? And if you don't take on his money, your leader will be put to death. So all that's part of his witchcraft, All that's part of the slaying of the people that's gonna be in the streets in the near future, man. Not a distant future, the near future, right? And it also mentioned that well-favored harlot that sells nations with her witchcraft, right? Start with the money. right? Secondly, you start with a democracy, and now you're starting to see that democracy is not a democracy at all. It's literally a totalitarian government that's described as democracy, right? Because for years they looked down on communism, right? And now these guys are even worse than the communists, right? The mistress of witchcrafts, right? What do you call it again? That wine, that wine that the nations are drinking. They're being sold that wine and they're drinking it, and now they're drunk. You're seeing people who are very conservative in their ways. You're seeing them now accept the ways of Esau Edom. You're seeing them now put down their children, now put down their religion and their ways of life, and now take up the cross of that wine. And now you're seeing them drunk. Seeing these nations drunk, you're seeing these people drunk, right? And we're the prophets, so we report these things. And where am I? And families through her witchcrafts, right? Behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord of hosts, and I will discover thy skirts upon thy face, right? Skirts represent what? Cover your secret parts, your shame, right? So all the things that they've done in the past, all the things that they've done in the present, that they're doing in the present, and all the things that they're about to do in the future, the prophets are already zoning in on it, because what? The Lord have put the spirit on men to reveal the thing that's going on behind the scene. Right? What did the Lord say? And there's also a saying, say what's in the darkness shall come into the light, man. Right? And now you're seeing Esau, Edom, he's being exposed, but there's gonna come a time when he won't give a damn. But before that happens, he has to be exposed. Everything that you see that he's done or heard about, now it's being pushed to the forefront, right? Whether it be the pedos or the moles, right? Whether it be that chip, right? And that's the main thing that we're waiting for, So now he's setting it up with his AI technology and all that stuff. So we're seeing it. We're seeing it being pushed. We're seeing it being done. And now it's being talked about. But the prophets, even our elders, have been talking about this for years. And even before, when I was a child, I knew about the mark, but just didn't know what it was. But then they were talking about it when I was a child, right? I remember in 1992, I remember hearing about that, right? I remember like it was yesterday. It says here, and kingdoms to thy and the kingdoms thy shame, and I will shew that the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame, right? And that will be coming to fruition really soon, because once Esau Edom is out of the way, then the nations are going to really see that this man wasn't anything special. He was just set up, and now he's down, because the scripture says, are you now be as weak as us? Roughly paraphrasing, right? Is this the man, right, that make a kingdom to shake? Now look at him. Nations are going to narrowly look upon you when you're finally exposed. And I will cast abominable filth upon thee, and make thee vile, and I will set thee as a gazing stock, right? So all those curses are going to come upon you, Esau, Edom. And it shall come to pass that they that look upon thee shall flee from thee, right? So all the men that had you in the high esteem, right, that was doing businesses with you, right, you're going to be an infamy among the people, just like how Jake is an infamy among the people, right? But you're not going to have the glory that we have in your kingdom, though. In our kingdom, you're not going to have any glory, zero, right? Your name shall be blotted out, man. Nineveh is laid waste, right? Which goes into Babylon. Who will bemoan her? Whence shall I seek comforters for her? Art thou better than the populace? No. Right? I'm gonna leave it there. Oh, I think I just saw something. Drunken. Thou also shall be drunken. Okay. All nations. All nations have Let's go to Revelations. Revelation 18. For all nations have drunk the mother and wine of her adulteries. The kings of the earth committed adultery with her, and the merchants of the earth grew rich from her excessive luxuries. And that's the bloody city, America, Canada, England, right? Wherever these Edomites rule, man. For all nations have drunk of the wine of her wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies, right? And that word delicacies is never a good thing, because it means that it's unrighteous. What did they talk about when they say it's a delicacy? They talk about shrimps, crabs, all the foods that that the scripture talks about not to eat. But this is a spiritual delicacy, okay? This is them being in bed with her, lying down, committed that spiritual fornication. So that woe to that bloody city, and it's gonna be destroyed. I'll say shalom.